Good afternoon and good evening to everyone listening to Football Commentary Live. We are bringing you commentary of Bayern Munich versus Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League quarter-final first leg. I'm your host Russ Vernon. I'm going to be watching the game between Porto and Chelsea in the same competition at the same stage as well, the quarter-final first leg. And I'll be bringing you updates during this game, during our commentary match of Bayern against PSG throughout the evening. The team news is in, and this is how Chelsea line up away to Porto, which is a very strong Chelsea side, I must add. So Chelsea line up with Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Rudiger and Christensen, the back three tonight for Chelsea. Reece James and Ben Chilwell, all the wing backs. Jorginho and Kovacic, the holding role. Mason Mount on the right, Timo Werner on the left. Kai Havertz is playing through the middle. On the bench from Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel is Kepa and Willy Caballero. They're the two goalkeepers. Marcos Alonso, Thiago Silva, N'Golo Kante, Tammy Abraham, Christian Pulisic, Kazuma, Olivier Giroud, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Hakim Ziyech and Emerson. As for Porto, they line up with Augustin Marcin in goal. Pepe is their captain. Rui Diaz, Mateus Ubre, Musa Marega, Zaidu, Marco Zuric, Jesus Corona, Wilson Manafar, Chanel Mbembe, and Otavia. The bench is the goalkeeper Claudio Ramos, Diego Lite, Mamadou Loum, Romero Barro, Yao Mario, Felipe Anderson, Tony Martinez, Evilenson, Nanu, Malanga Sarr, Fabio Vieira, and Francisco Conceição. The referee is from Slovenia. His name is Slavako Vininci, with Tomas Kalinic and Andres Kovacic, the assistants. For officials, there's Jug and all from Slovenia. As for the VAR, they're from Poland. Paweł Gilk and Thomas Kowalski are the men behind VAR, with Jaap Ullenberg from the Netherlands, the UEFA delegate for this game. This game is being played out in Sevilla. I'll be watching it here in the warmth of the studios at Football Commentary Live. And now, you don't want to know much about this game for Football Commentary Live. You want to know about your main match this evening. You'll get updates from Chelsea in Porto, but let's cross live now to our other studio for Football Commentary Live. And let's say a very good evening for the first time to your match commentator, Mike Harniman, who will bring you the team news for Bayern Munich against Paris Saint-Germain.
Good evening, Russ. Good evening, everyone. So we've got the lineups in, and we're going to start with your visitors at Paris Saint-Germain. They line up with Navas in goal, and the back four is Dagba, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, and Diallo. The midfield two, the holding midfielders is Pereira and Idrissa Gueye. Then just behind the striker Mbappe is on one side Angel Di Maria. That's on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is Neymar. And then in the number 10 role is Julian Draxler. The substitutes are Keira, Rafinha, Rico, Moise Kean, who of course is on loan from Everton, Pablo Sarabia as well, Ander Herrera, the former Manchester United man, Mitchell Bakker, Alexandra Letelier, Timothy Pembele, Ismail Gwabi, Kenny Niger, and Abdoulaye Kamara. They make up the PSG lineup in their bench for today's game. In regards to Bayern Munich, they line up with the German Manuel Neuer between the sticks, Benjamin Pavard at right back, Nicolas Soule at centre back alongside David Alaba, and then Hernandez at left back. Then the midfield is Kimmich and Goretzka, and then Sane, Muller and Koeman, who of course scored in this fixture last season, the final as well, remember, scoring the winning goal. And former Stoke man Choupo-Moting, Eric Choupo-Moting, leads the line in place of the Poland man Robert Lewandowski, who is still out injured. Of course, he missed that game against England just the other week. On the bench for Bayern, they've only got a bench of 6, and it's Javi Martinez, Jerome Boateng, Alphonso Davies, Bouna Sarr, Alexander Nubel and Jamal Musiala. And of course, I mentioned there that Lewandowski's out. Also, Mark Rocco is out, and former Arsenal man Serge Gnabry is out as well, meaning that they've only managed to get a 6-man bench. So, very limited options there for Bayern to choose from. The referee and the officials are Antonio Mateo Lajuz, who is the Spanish referee. The assistant referees are Paul Cebrian Davis and Roberto del Palomar. The VAR referee is Alejandro Hernandez. They're all Spanish. The assistant video referee is Ricardo de Bogas. And the fourth official is Xavier Estrada Fernandez. Continuing on with that Spanish link. UEFA delegate is Christian Kufoid from Denmark. And the referee observer is Roberto Rossetti, the Italian. And just going to have a look here into the referee a little bit, Antonio Matteo Lahoyes. And he has refereed a good amount of games, including games at the World Cup and the Under-20s World Cup, the Olympic Games as well, and plenty of other competitions. He got his FIFA badge in 2011, so 10 years ago this year as well. So he's been around the game for a little while now as the referee there. Of course, we've got some stats for you as well. Of course, as mentioned previously, this was the final of last season's competition. And this is only the 10th UEFA Champions League meeting between the two sides as well, with PSG winning 5 and Bayern winning 4 of those, and only the second in the knockout phases after last season's final as well. Bayern have lost more UEFA Champions League matches against Real Madrid than PSG. And I think that's because they're playing Real Madrid next. Well, that's a relevant stat. I'm not quite completely sure. While PSG's 5 wins against Munich are their most against any opponent in the competition. The two sides are there as well. Of course, PSG are managed by former Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino as well. And Hans Christian Flick is the manager of Bayern Munich, who have lost their last 3 UEFA Champions League games against PSG. Have won their last 3, I should say, at home. And the first home game was in November of 1994 at the Olympia Stadion, with George Weah scoring the winner that day, which was PSG's last win in this fixture in Germany. PSG have only failed to score in one of their last 43 games in this competition as well, with that coming in the 1-0 defeat last season. And since the start of the 2016-17 campaign, only Bayern Munich have averaged more goals than PSG in the competition as well. So definitely lots of talent on show, and hopefully we'll get some goals to cover tonight as well for you. And Bayern are unbeaten in their last 19 of their UEFA Champions League matches, winning 18 of those and drawing just the 1. And they could become only the second team in competition history to go 20 or 20 plus consecutive games without losing, after Man United, who in 2007, I should say, to 2009, got a total of 25. And the two sides are entering the fray now as well. And I'm gonna maximize this screen, and get ready to go. Of course, in the groups as well, the respective groups, Bayern Munich won theirs with an unbeaten record as well. They won 5 of their 6, drawing 1. And they finished on 16 points, which was 7 ahead of second place Atletico Madrid. And as for PSG, they were drawn in the same group as Manchester United, and they got a total of 4 wins and 2 losses, mounting to 12 points, where they won the group on goal difference ahead of RB Leipzig. And then, of course, Manchester United dropped down into the Europa League, where they are currently going to be playing a game tomorrow. So we've got the lineups just coming out now. The players are just being shown on the screen here. It looks like it's sleeting there a little bit as well. Looks very cold, and yeah, there is certainly a bit of sleet or snow around, and it's going to make for an even more entertaining game, I suppose, with those aspects. I will run you through those lineups one more time again, and we're going to start with Bayern this time. It's Neuer, Pavard, Sule, Alaba, Hernandez, Goretzka, Kimmich, Sane, Müller, Koeman, and Choupo-Moting. It's the lineup for the hosts. And for the visitors, it's Navas, Dagba, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Diallo, Pereira, Guy, Di Maria, Draxler, Neymar, and Mbappe. The subs are Keira, Rafinha, Rico, Keane, Sarabia, Herrera, Baka, Letelier, Pembele, Gabi, Nigara, and Kamara for PSG. And then the Bayern limited options on the bench are Martinez, Boateng, Alphonso Davies, the Canadian left back, Buenos Aires, Alexander Nubel, and Jamal Messiah. And they've got very limited attacking options on the bench there. Of course, Javi Martinez is a sort of defensive midfielder. Jerome Boateng is centre half. Alphonso Davies, of course, is a left back. And I'm not too sure in regards to, I think Buenos Aires might be their only attacking option out of that group there. Out of that selected group of players. And of course, there's 2 goalkeepers for PSG, Rico and Letelier as the other option. In regards to that, just showing Mbappe on the screen now in front of me, as this game is almost getting ready to go underway. We've got an 8 o'clock kickoff, so it's just been a little bit delayed. We have another message there as well, just come through, so that's fine. We have PSG getting underway, and I'm just looking who it's going to be. I think it's the 2 main guys, Mbappe and Neymar, I believe. I'm just waiting. We are just a little bit delayed here. The game might be underway if you're watching on the TV. I'm watching via online means, so just do try not to spoil it in terms of any action. And PSG have possession now, and it is with the centre half. I think that's Marquinhos who just hooves it into the Bayern half, and it's underway. And PSG with Neymar now trying to feed Mbappe. Mbappe couldn't quite get on the end of that one, and Di Maria was involved in there as well. And it's now with Kingsley Coman, the goal scorer for Bayern in that reverse final last season, and now the Frenchman Benjamin Pavard, and now to Joshua Kimmich. In fact, Kimmich is a very exceptional talent. And going off subject, I'm actually managing PSG on my Football Manager save right now, and he was my first signing. So kind of says a lot about my ratings of Kimmich. I rate him very highly. And it's with Pavard now, who knocks it back to Manuel Neuer. He's going to take a couple of touches there and just play it out to his centre-back, which is Sule, and then gets it back again. We're 1 minute on the clock. And here's David Alaba now. He's gone back to his goalkeeper and just knocking it around at the back at the moment. We will have updates of the game between Porto and Chelsea as well. And of course, we've got some great action on the channel, which I will mention coming up over a very busy weekend. Here's Hernandez now. Got an opportunity to shoot, and he's going to fire that one. It's gone off of the PSG goalkeeper there, Keylor Navas, who had to get down and make the save. And he's gone behind for a corner ball. Was originally trying to find Thomas Müller, and he got it back, and he took a deflection off of Marquinhos, and it actually has gone behind for a corner via the hand of the goalkeeper. It's going to be taken now, whipped in, and it's headed on, and it's off again there. That was the goalkeeper, Keylor Navas. I think it was Choupo-Moting, the man who was involved, got his head on it, and the goalkeeper there had to parry that one onto the. Well, actually, he didn't parry it. It looked like he parried it at first from this angle, but it was a sort of back header, and it beat the goalkeeper and cannoned off the crossbar and behind and away from danger. So PSG have had a couple of lucky escapes there, that last one in particular, and now they are on the ascendancy with Neymar, and he's going to have a shot here. Neymar didn't know, he gets it to Mbappe, and Mbappe has fired it into the back of the net. PSG are leading at Bayern here after 2.5 minutes. The French side are the side that have given the first goal of this game. They've got the early blood, and Manuel Neuer possibly could have done better there, but Kylian Mbappe, the Frenchman, has given Paris Saint-Germain an early lead here in Germany, or out in Germany, I should say, as Bayern have just come close, are now behind. It's good play from Neymar. Di Maria was involved as well. Neymar looked to open his body up to have a shot, and he saw Mbappe there, gave the ball to him, and he fired it straight at Manuel Neuer, and it basically hit him in the groin and then went into the back of the net. Probably a little bit fortunate from Mbappe. Fairly poor goalkeeping from Manuel Neuer as well. And PSG are ahead already in this important fixture for both sides. PSG are 1 to the good. And it was a good finish as well. The celebration, of course, is the same celebration that everyone has become familiar with over the years for Kylian Mbappe. And it's his 7th goal in 8 matches as well for the young French striker. A great record for him as well. Real talent. And of course, if France go on and do well in the Euros, he'll be a big factor in that. And here is Lucas Hernandez now for Bayern. Gives it into midfield. I believe that's Goretzka, was it? Or was it, in fact, no, it was Kimmich, in fact, that time. He's trying to feed it out to Leroy Sané now, the former Manchester City man. Of course, his former side are doing very, very well in the English division, winning the Premier League by quite a convincing margin at the moment. Looks like they're only about 2 wins away from confirming the title. And, of course, that's his former side. His current side are 1 down here. And PSG, have options here to go on and possibly make that 2 as well. And it's currently with Dagba, the right back. And, of course, the Bayern Munich hands Dieter Flick there. Not hands Christian Flick, as I said wrongly before. It's hands Dieter Flick. Apologies to him and to all Bayern fans that are tuned in. I was in a little bit of a rush to kind of get his name there. So, apologies there. These things do happen. And, of course, the PSG manager, of course, former Tottenham manager Pochettino, is going to be delighted with this start, with the early goal as well, which came about 3 minutes or so ago, as Bayern are just knocking it around here now, and it is with David Alaba, and he goes to his defensive partner Nicolas Soulé, and out to Benjamin Pavard at right back, and then into Kimmich again, who knocks it on to Sané. Via, I think there was possibly Goretzka in there as well. And Sané's going to try and feed Thomas Müller now. It's been whipped in. There's good defending there. And the referee has pulled up for a free kick as well. I believe it was Guy there. Idrissa Guy just come off his hand, I believe. And Bayern have got a dangerous opportunity here now. There's a few players over it. Thomas Müller being one of those. Also, Goretzka's over it. I think Sané's over it as well. There's a number of others. As we see the sleet and snow getting a little bit heavier. And an opportunity here for the Germans to get an equaliser after about 6.5 minutes here. And test Keylor Navas in the PSG goal. Just going to see who's over it. They're focusing more on the goalkeeper as Di Maria's laying down there. Certainly not sunbathing weather. I think it's Kimmich over it. There's the main man there, and also Thomas Müller as well. It looks like they're going to leave it for Thomas Müller to have a shot here. And he leaves it for Kimmich, and it's gone straight into the wall there. And out as far as that was David Alaba, and his effort has gone sort of high and wide and away from the danger. It was straight in to the head there of the two PSG men that were in the wall, and two of the four. And good block there as well, as the French side are still holding that lead firm, which they got about 5 minutes or so ago through the French striker Kylian Mbappe from good play from Neymar as well, the Brazilian. And Navas is going to clear it long now, and it's gone up into the air there. It's now with Idrissa Gueye, and out to Dagba, into Gueye again, tries to play it long. I think Kimpembe there got a touch and they gave it back to Gueye, and then Gueye tried to play it down the field there, and was tidied up well by Neuer and David Alaba, mixture of the two of them, as Bayern are looking to bring it out of the defence now. Of course, looking to get level. Di Maria takes the throw quickly to lead. In fact, it's gone the opposite way. So Di Maria, the Argentine there, is complaining to the referee a little bit, and it's now taken correctly by the correct side, and it's now back with Nicolas Sule and David Alaba. And he's going to switch the play out to Leroy Sané now, who takes a touch there and carries it on his chest and brings it down. And he goes back into midfield now, and it's it's on to Alaba, I should say, and he's going to give it to Sané now. And Sané is going to get a chance to cross it in, I think. Now he gives it to, I think that was Kimmich. It's a shot at goal there by Goretzka. He's got an opportunity here now, and that was a good opportunity for Thomas Müller. And in the end, his effort was weak and fired straight into the hands of Keylor Navas, who claimed that one nice and easily if you're a PSG fan. And he's just showing the Bayern manager on the screen again now. He's a little bit, looks a little bit cold, to say the least, and I'm sure Mauricio Pochettino feels that way too, but also probably slightly warmed up by the fact his side are winning. Here's Manuel Neuer now for Bayern and David Alaba, and on to Nicolas Sule. In fact, it's Joshua Kimmich who had the ball that time, and out to Benjamin Pavard. It's now an opportunity for Choupo-Moting, but it's been dispossessed there. And Angel Di Maria here gives it to Neymar. It's good play there by Nicolas Sule, and now it's with the 21 Luca Hernandez, and it's now with Kingsley Coman. He's going to bring it into the centre of midfield, and Kimmich goes again. There's a good head there by Idrissa Gueye, who knocks it on to his teammate there, and I think that was Di Maria on to, who was that foul over there? I think it was Neymar that was just fouled, but in fact it's gone for a throw. And we are just over 10 minutes on the clock, and Bayern 0, PSG 1 is the latest score, as PSG are just knocking it around at the back. Just going to have a little look if I've got any updates from Russ as well. Russ can come in a second. I think we've got a bit of an opportunity now. So how's it started in Portugal, Russ? What's the latest over there?
Yes, well, Mike, it's been played over in Spain, in Sevilla, and Jesus Corona's just gone on an amazing run down the left-hand side, ball into the box, but Mendy claimed his cross well. Chelsea had a few chances as well. Porto just on the attack once again. It was Jesus Corona who controls turns, shot blocked, but Porto having some good chances in there. Diaz in there as well, but both sides having a few chances. Alves put a cross in, but no one could get an end of it. We played.
And there's a chance here. Sorry, I've got to cut you short here. We've got an opportunity for PSG to get in, and it's fired into the back of the net, I think. And is it going to stand? Is there an offside flag here? I think it was PSG's Julian Draxler that fired it into the net, and I think it is an offside in there as well. Mbappe was involved, as was Neymar. Neymar fed the ball through to Mbappe there, and Julian Draxler was running on. And it was held up by, it come off of Mbappe last, and then went to Draxler, who fired into the net, and the goal has been disallowed. Apologies to cut you short, Russ. Carry on, my friend.
No problem, Mike. As I was about to say, still goalless, coming up towards 12 minutes. Porto's had some good chances. Aves put the ball in as well, and Winoka getting it end with for Chelsea from the left-hand side. Porto, I would say, just edging the chances on top of the moment. 12 minutes gone, Porto 0, Chelsea 0.
Thank you very much, and apologies, as I said just beforehand, for cutting you short for a second now. It's Benjamin Pavard here for Bayern now. It's into Kingsley Coman. He's going to knock it on to Goretzka, and it's fired straight at a possible hand in there, but the referee says no. So it's currently 0-0 there. It's been played out in Spain as well, so I'll have to try and remember that one for future when I throw to him again. Here's Kingsley Coman now for the Germans, and he couldn't keep it in play. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. We've had 13 minutes in this one. And the goal scorer for PSG was, of course, Kylian Mbappe. And they were claiming there that the handball would have been off of Kimpembe. Or was it, in fact, Marquinhos, in fact. And it would have been quite a soft one, in my opinion. But they do have a free kick now to the French side. And they are leading by that goal to 0 as Kimmich just shoves Neymar to the floor. Could have been 2 as well with that goal they just scored just a moment ago, which was ruled out for offside. And probably correctly as well, to be honest, if I'm being honest on that one, in regards to whether it should have been allowed or not. It's an opportunity for PSG now, knocking it around at the back, and it's currently with right back Colin Dagba. In fact, he's lost possession now to Kingsley Coman, who come in and done very well to beat him to the ball there, and is headed by Marquinhos behind for a corner ball. And that was very sloppy there from PSG from a defensive point of view, and very well read by Kingsley Coman there, who, of course, as I've mentioned already in the first 15 minutes of this stream, was the difference in the final last season. And it is a corner ball now for Bayern, the German side, and it's going to be whipped in by Kimmich. And it's headed clear by PSG, but only as far as the Bayern midfield, which is, in fact, David Alaba there was bringing the ball from midfield in to his defence, and now back to his goalkeeper, and then back to him again. And he goes out to Hernandez now. There's Kimmich on the ball, and he has to go all the way back to goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, though, who knocks it on to Nicolas Soulé, who gives it to Leroy Sané, and he goes out to the right side where Kingsley Coman finds himself now. He's going to get a cross in as well, but it's taken a deflection, and goalkeeper Keylor Navas has managed to keep it in play and just parries it down onto the floor and grabs it at the second attempt, and then takes a long clearance where he's looking for Mbappe, I think that was. Sorry, for Neymar, I think that is, in fact. And Neymar is just shoved to the floor there by the number 18, Leon Goretzka. And Neymar is laying in a bit of an awkward position there. Goretzka did catch him on the back of his heel there, or back of his ankle, I think it was. And they're just looking at the offside again with the VAR. That potential second goal that PSG could have had. And it was very tight, but just could have been given correctly. Just very marginal, though. Here's a very good opportunity for PSG. And Neymar and Di Maria are both over this free kick. And they've also got quite a few in the box. Pereira's in there as well, as is Guy and Marquinhos. They all come up from the back. And it's whipped in here now. And it's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer. And it's now with Draxler, who just put the ball into the back of the net just that moment ago. And he had to go back to one of his defenders who just cleared it all the way through to Neuer, who bowls it out to Hernandez, and then he plays it into midfield. And it's Kimmich there, who does very, very well to get away from Neymar. And he's been forced to go backwards and switch the play, though, out to this right side where Benjamin Pavard is going to whip it in. And it's headed clear there. And actually, I think it was Kimpembe originally, and then it was Pereira, I think it was, who knocked it back to his goalkeeper in the end. but it comes to nothing from Bayern. It was either Pereira or Idrissa Gueye. It was one of the two holding midfielders there. It was, in fact, I think it was Pereira, yeah. But it's a very entertaining game so far, with PSG leading by that sole goal to nil, with Kylian Mbappe getting a solitary strike after 2.5 minutes. And even before that, Bayern could have had an early goal themselves with a header that came off the crossbar. And they do have a free kick now and an opportunity to equalise. And it is a very decent opportunity for them as well. As I think that was Thomas Müller who's gone down clutching at his ankle. And they're just showing the Mbappe goal again as well. Definitely Manuel Neuer should have done better with that one. Being beaten at your near post like that for a goalkeeper is certainly something that you learn from a very young age. And, you know, to take a deflection off of the goalkeeper like that and wrong foot, the goalkeeper like that kind of took a deflection off him and then went into the back of the net. Is I'm sure that the German keeper's very unhappy with that. But there's a chance here. Oh, and that was a great ball in. And there's a man down there just in the area for. Couldn't see who it was for Bayern, but it was a great save from the goalkeeper to deny him. And there's a chance here for them to have another go. It's with Leroy Sané to Kimmich. Kimmich is going to try and whip it into the air, and it's gone straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Now, I think Goretzka was the one who had the original chance there with a header. It was indeed. It was a great save by Navas to deny him, as this game is really starting to hot up now. With these two sides, of course, the elite sides of the competition, I'm sure they're both favourites to go on and win it. Of course, whoever wins this will certainly be favourites to go through in the tie, although we do have a second leg on Tuesday of next week. And it's now with Kingsley Coman. He goes out to the left back, Hernandez now. And Coman's got it back. He switches the place to Sané now. And it's going to be an effort at goal, and it's a good save by Navas to deny. I think that was Benjamin Pavard, I believe, who had the effort there. Yeah, it was indeed the French defender, and it was great goalkeeping there at his near post to just get two strong hands on it and parry it behind for a corner ball for the Germans. And it's taken by Kimmich. I think that was whipped in, and it's a header by Sule, and it's over the top. And I think that's going to be another corner, is it? On the opposite flank. I believe it is. Almost 20 minutes played. And an entertaining first half it's been so far too. You're listening to Football Commentary Live, the home of alternative football commentary. And I will give you instructions of how you can follow us after this corner as well. It's whipped in by Kimmich. It's gone into, it's got it back here, from Alaba, it's given away to Neymar. And just bear with me, I will give those instructions in a moment. And it's just gone behind there from Goretzka, trying to feed the ball through. And it's gone out of play for a PSG goal kick. And I will now give you those instructions on how you can follow the channel. If you want to follow the channel, you can give us a follow on Twitter at Commentary Live 1. And we're also on Facebook as well under Football Commentary Live. So give us a like and a follow on the respective social media platforms. We'd be very much grateful of that and you'll be very appreciative. And of course, we've got some great games to come in the next few days as well, especially a very busy Sunday. We've got a triple header this Sunday from the English Premier League for you. So we'll bring you a little bit later on, we'll bring you those games and who's going to be covering what for you to note down in your diaries and stuff. As Colin Dagba has given the ball away here to Kingsley Coman. And it's now with Guy. And put across from Pereira there to the left back. We've got it back as well. And it's now played down the line from Pereira. There's a few there for PSG. I think it's Angel Di Maria here, I believe. Or is it Mbappe first? We're trying to find him. Look, he turned it back in the end anyway. it's quite difficult to see when it's right over the other side of the pitch, and it's also very, sort of snowy and sleety there. But all I know is PSG have just given away. It was actually Mbappe that time. It was the ball's gone out of play for a throw-in. It's taken by Kimmich, giving it to Pavard, who knocks it back. Also, I think it's Sule actually, in fact, who knocks it back. It's now Alaba onto Hernandez. He turns here, does the number 18, which of course is Goretzka, who's dropped back just for a moment there to centre back. He's given the ball here to Nicolas Sule, to Benjamin Pavard. He's going to keep the ball in as well. There's a little bit of a run here, is it? Or was it Kimmich, in fact, that time? No, it was Pavard. It's whipped in. And it's put behind that from Kingsley Coman. Couldn't quite keep it in play. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. We're about halfway through this first half. And there's Leroy Sané originally whipped the ball in there. And it wasn't able to be controlled by the Bayern Munich man. He couldn't direct it at goal. And it is the French side who are one to the good here and leading this first leg tie in the Battle of the Giants. They are the side in possession of the ball as well, with the left back now, which is Diallo. And it's played in, looking for Mbappe there through one of the midfielders. And it's given away. Bayern have possession here in the centre of the park. It's had to go out to the left back, Hernandez. Knocks it on to the man in front of him, Coman. Gets it back again. Nice 1-2 between the pair of them. And it's whipped in. Deflected there off of Marquinhos. Here's Colin Dagba. Been forced to play it to Di Maria. It's given away though. Kimmich tries to feed it through to Choupo-Moting. He's competing well there. And he's competing with Marquinhos. And he's also won the referee's decision there as well. I think he's got a throw in there, or possibly even a corner. Well, it was a throw just by the corner flag. There's thrown in here now. There's a chance for PSG to turn. I think there's Draxler this time onto Mbappe, but great defending there from Nicolas Sule. And it's now Leroy Sané. He's going to play it through. Thomas Müller. Kimmich leaves it. It's Pavard. Now it's with Kimmich. It's gone behind off of the PSG man for a throw. And good play from the Germans. Now they're getting into this one a little bit more. And really trying to take the game to their French opponents now and get this equaliser to cancel out Kylian Mbappe's early goal. It is an opportunity now for Bayern. As Benjamin Pavard has just kind of miscued that one. It's gone. I think it was Draxler who had the ball there. But now it's with Mbappe on trying to find Neymar, but it's well defended by Goretzka and Sule. And now it's with Pavard and into the midfield where it's Coman is. Or David Alaba, in fact, sorry, was up from the back. There's a chance here. Kingsley Coman was almost in there. Great block. Last ditch tackle there from Colin Dagba. I think that was who got there before the Bayern Munich man was able to get a shot away, but he's got it again here now. He's beating his man for pace as well. He's into the box and it's gone behind for a corner ball where it looked like there was a few men coming through there that he was trying to pick out, and it really would have been an opportunity there. He beat his man for pace, got into the box, and he tries to whip it across, and he come off of Marquinhos and behind for a corner ball. And that's been taken now by Kimmich, and it's over the bar from a very dangerous position there from the former Stoke man, Eric Choupo-Moting. Very good ball in there, beat everyone that corner. Eric Choupo-Moting got the only man to get near the ball, and he miscued that effort from just about a yard or two, really, away from Keylor Navas's goal. And it still remains as Bayern 0, PSG 1, 26.5 minutes played. And we're going to just probably throw over to Russ in a few moments' time again. Give it another couple of minutes from now. As just going to see what happens from the next sort of 3 or 4 minutes in this one before I do that. And it's now with PSG there. It's Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe is going to try and take it around his man Soudan, and he does. And it's good defending by David Alaba there. And it's put behind for a corner ball to the French side. And Porto have had an opportunity as well, which I will throw to Russ on after this corner. In fact, I'll bring him in a little bit sooner than I said. I'll bring him in after this corner's been taken, once we've got a bit of an outcome on this. It's Angel Di Maria over this set piece. He's going to knock it short to Mbappe. Mbappe gives it to Di Maria again. Here's Neymar now. Onto the former Man U man again. Di Maria, and it's cleared. And only as far as Neymar, who whips it in. And there's still a few out from the back. And it's put into the back of the net there by Marquinhos. Goes away with his arms held. And this one will stand. PSG are 2 to the good. That was very poor defending. I think Bayern were claiming an offside there. But the PSG captain, Marquinhos, has put it into the back of the net. I think they will possibly be looking at it with VAR. I think Mauricio Pochettino there is probably saying to his bench, just calm down. We want to be sure it's going to stand. But it's a good finish there from the number 5. And as it stands, it's 2-0. I'm not too sure if we will get VAR on this one. But whilst we're awaiting an outcome of whether this is going to be disallowed or whether it will end up standing, what's been going on with Porto and Chelsea so far, Russ?
Yes, like I said till my last time I was back with you, Porto, the better of the teams and better of the chances. They had a chance not so, about 4 or 5 minutes ago now. A long throw from Zadu found the head of Pepe.
The goal does stand, by the way. It is 2-0. That goal does stand. PSG are 2 to the good.
Yes, so it's a long throw, like I said, Mike. Pepe nodded it down to Zadu, who fired just over the bar. Pepe headed it down from a tight angle, and we just had another chance again a few moments ago through Pepe and Zadu inside the penalty area again. Porto on top, Mike. 29 minutes on the clock. Porto 0, Chelsea 0 still there.
Thank you very much. And as I said there just a moment ago, Marquinhos' goal does stand, and that's his second goal in 8 matches as well for the Brazilian centre-back there. And it looks like he's going to be replaced as well already by the former Man U man and the Herrera. So Marquinhos gets himself a goal, and then about a minute later, he pulls up just there as well. Took a touch, and it was a great finish for the goal. And then about a minute later, he pulls up, and it does look like it is that man, Marquinhos, the man who's made the game into a 2-0 lead for the visitors, who has had to depart early on here and has been replaced by Ander Herrera, which means there'll probably be a change of formation. Or I wonder if Ander Herrera will just slot in at centre-back. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on that one in a moment. But Marquinhos has certainly had a few moments there. And of course, Bayern are making a substitution as well now. And their substitution is Alphonso Davies coming on. So we've got 2 changes already in this game. And it's been, just about half an hour. Both of these sides have had to make a change. I think it's an injury for Bayern as well. I'm not too sure who's coming off as of yet, but they have a player struggling at the moment too. And it is Colin Dagba now, and it's knocked on to Herrera there, the substitute. He tries to feed the ball through, and it's put behind for a throw-in. And now Alphonso Davies there, just doing his boots up, so he'll be in the fray in a moment. Here's Angel Di Maria now. He plays it into Neymar. Neymar's got free run here. And he's going to have a shot as well, isn't he, Neymar? No, good defending there from the Bayern left-back, Hernandez, and it's played out to Kingsley Coman now. It's a very open game. And Kingsley Coman here feeds Choupo-Moting. And Choupo-Moting does well to hold up the ball, and he knocks it back in to Hernandez, who switches the play out to Benjamin Pavard now. Joshua Kimmich is in a bit of space if he wants to use him, the centre midfielder. He does use him in the end, and he gets it back as a 1-2. Still awaiting this Bayern change. Leroy Sané got the touch there. He's got it back. It's well defended though by Ander Herrera there. He's getting himself about already after just being brought into the fray just a moment ago. And the ball has now gone out of play, so I do think this is going to be an opportunity for that substitution to be made from Bayern, and it is the number 18, which is Leon Goretzka, who's making way, and he is being replaced by the number 19, Alphonso Davies. I'm not too sure whether that was down to injury or not too sure what, but of course, as I said before, Bayern do only have these 6 substitutes. In fact, they only have 5 substitutes now, and not really that many attackers. I think there's only 1 attacker on the bench. That was, I believe it was Bruno Sarr, maybe. And of course, Alphonso Davies can play at left back, but I think he can also play a little bit further forward as well, in sort of more left attacking mid role, which I think is, what he is going to be doing here. Actually, no, he's not. He is going to be at left back here, and it is him with the ball. He's going to get it from Kingsley Coman, whips in, and it's headed clear up into the air, and he's got it back now. The substitute. Here's Coman. It's whipped in. It's headed clear by Kimpembe. I think that was that time. Haven't had to say his name too much, and it's now with Draxler. In fact, it might have even been Diallo, another one I've not mentioned. I think when your defenders are not getting mentioned as much as your attackers there, and it shows your defence don't have a lot to do. And of course, tomorrow we're not going to be covering the Europa League, but there is some Europa League games on. Granada face Manchester United, and Arsenal's first leg at the Emirates is against Slavia Prague, who of course knocked out both Leicester City and Glasgow Rangers in that competition. So that'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on, as this game still remains at 2-0 to the visitors so far. And we've had those 2 changes just a moment ago, 3 or 4 minutes ago, in fact, now, with a substitution apiece. And Choupo-Moting has knocked the ball off there. I think he tried to win a throw. Did he actually win the throw? Did it go behind in PSG's favour? I just want to have a look here. It actually went in favour of PSG. And it's Colin Dagba now. And Neymar was just fouled by Kingsley Coman. Of course, Bayern Munich, everyone knows, they're not the same threat without Robert Lewandowski. And of course, Serge Gnabry's unavailable as well with throat issues. I think he had sore throat or problem with his throat, which is why he's not playing today. And he's not actually recovered sufficiently to even be amongst the substitutes as well. So, of course, those 2 are very big attacking threats that are both out for the Germans. And it's really showing at the moment, as PSG are 2 to the good, and also have just won a free kick now as well in a dangerous position. And there's been a yellow card shown there as well, been brandished by the Spanish official, and it's gone to the Bayern left back Lucas Hernandez for that foul there on Angel Di Maria. And it is a very good opportunity for PSG to get this ball into the box and maybe get a head on it and test goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. Of course, he was at fault more than likely for the first goal. I think he definitely could have done better. And Lucas Hernandez, the first man in the book there, as this game is coming into the final 10 minutes of this first half. And it's Neymar whips it in, and straight into the hands of Manuel Neuer, who comes out and does well that time, and claimed easily. And it's just bowled out there. The pitch is certainly looks like it's freezing up a little bit, not too much. And it's just showing the stats as well. The 2 attempts that PSG have had on target and the 2 goals, and certainly against the run of play in terms of that aspect. But they're certainly showing that they've got the attacking prowess up front with Angel Di Maria trying to find Ander Herrera there, I think it was as well, who was running on from midfield, and well played there from Manuel Neuer. And it's now out to Coman. In fact, Davies are in, then Coman, I should say. And now Coman's going to try and give it back into midfield to Kimmich. And Kimmich goes out to Benjamin Pavard. And it's whipped in, and it's a header, and it's a goal. There's a goal back for Bayern. The former Stoke man, Eric Choupo-Moting, heads that one past Keylor Navas and into the back of the net. And it is now Bayern 1, PSG 2. And it is the man who is up front in place of the Pole, Robert Lewandowski. Gets his head on that delivery there, and he halves the deficit. Bayern 1, Paris Saint-Germain 2. It's a good header as well, and goalkeeper Keylor Navas, no chance from it, and it's a real direct header into the back of the back of the net there, past the goalkeeper, who died the right way, but couldn't get anywhere near it. And Bayern backing with a chance now, as we are entering the final 6 or 7 minutes of this first half, and that's his third goal in 6 in the red and white of Bayern as well. The number 13 there, unlucky for some, not been unlucky for him there. And it's now an attack here for Bayern. It's Joshua Kimmich. Going to try and feed it through to Sane, but it's good defending by Diallo. And then Kimpembe tries to feed it down the line, and it's Neuer miscues that one. There's a nice little flick there from Mbappe. Here's Herrera now. Into Di Maria, two former Man U men combining. Here's Neymar now. There's a free kick in there for the home side. As it just goes to Marquinhos on the screen, and just flick to him there. He's all wrapped up in his coat, getting himself warm. As Kimmich is bringing it out into midfield here now, and goes wide to Alphonso Davies, the Canadian. And he goes into the Bayern scorer, Eric Choupo-Moting. He's going to knock it on, is he? Or is he going to hold up play here? He holds it up and then goes out to Sane. Sane's going to have an opportunity as he takes a deflection. There's good play there from the PSG back line. I think Angel Di Maria, that was. He's kind of giving it to Dagba. It's gone behind off of Thomas Müller for a PSG corner, PSG goal kick, sorry, I should say. And they are the side leading. And it's out with Colin Dagba now. He's going to let that one roll. Kimpembe was just involved. Had to get that last block in as well. Just a minute ago, did very, very well. The number 3. And it looks like there's been a shove there. I think Neymar's gone down clutching. And we've got some news from the game out in Spain as well. Porto and Chelsea. We've got some news. Come on, Russ. Is it the home side in the lead, or has Thomas Tuchel kind of got his side firing after that 5-2 surprise defeat against West Brom at the weekend?
Mike, well, it is Chelsea who have taken the lead here in Spain in a fantastic bit of play involving Jorginho. Played the ball into Mason Mount, who wonderfully weighted pass, and his first time shot across the keeper into the back of the net. Chelsea under the cosh for the majority of this first half, but they are in front. The first shot on target in the game, and Chelsea lead 1-0. 40 minutes on the clock now. Porto 0, Chelsea 1.
Thank you, Russ. And of course, Mason Mount scored in that game as well at the weekend. Of course, Chelsea's humiliating defeat in the lunchtime game against West Brom. Big surprise in the English Premier League. And of course, Mason Mount there, very, very likely to be going off with Gareth Southgate's men to the Euros as well, if he continues on the form that he has of this season. Here's David Alaba now. It's out to Benjamin Pavard, I think that was, via the head of Thomas Müller. And it's now with Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich, was he fouled there? Referee says no, he wasn't. Here's Sane. Now Hernandez. Referee still playing advantage at the moment. There's another possible free kick in there, but it wasn't given as PSG looks to bring it out, and it's now with Alphonso Davies, the substitute, who plays it into Choupo-Moting now, and out to Kingsley Coman. Bayern looking to get this equaliser before half-time. David Alaba tries to play that one in, and it's gone behind off of the PSG man for a corner ball. This is another substitution now for Bayern. Their injuries are really starting to mount up. Nicolas Soulé has been replaced by Jerome Boateng, and that's their second sub of this game. Of course, remember, they did only have 6 subs to start with, and they were already missing the likes of Serge Gnabry Mark Rocker and Robert Lewandowski. And now they've already lost 2 of their starting 11 in this game. So injuries are starting to mount up now for the Bayern side. And of course, that's going to be detrimental to not just this game, but next week. And of course, their league action in the Bundesliga out in Germany as well. Of course, where they're competing against the likes of Borussia Dortmund, who they beat not too long ago. I think they beat them 4-2 just the other week. It's gone behind off of Colin Dagba now for a Bayern corner. And we'll just see what happens here. It's whipped in once again by Kimmich. Straight into the hands of Keylor Navas, who parries it out. And it's only as far as Kingsley Coman, who just got caught there. But it was Hernandez who knocked the ball onto him originally. And Di Maria was the man that fouled Coman there. He beat him for pace and trickery there. And Di Maria caught his man. And Kingsley Coman is now in the wars. And Bayern, don't want to be losing him, especially already having to make 2 substitutions in this game and already having very limited options on the bench. And are behind as well, especially with the fact that Koeman was the difference in the final last year. Here's Kimmich with the ball now, and it's all put behind there from Kimpembe. It's good play by the Frenchman there, Presnel Kimpembe. He just got on the end of it before the Bayern man did. At least I think it was Kimpembe anyway. No, in fact it wasn't. In fact it was, I think it might have been Guy, Idrissa Guy, in fact, who got there first. There's a corner ball in now. It's up into the air. It's cleared by PSG about a minute and a bit away from the end of this half. And Bayern are looking to get this equaliser. Here's Alphonso Davies now. Marquinhos put a little bit of a seal on this one earlier on after an early goal from Mbappe gave PSG the lead, and then it was Choupo-Moting who got the goal back for Bayern, and that's how it remains so far in this game. As Leroy Sané does some trickery there, some good turns. There's a chance here for the ball to be fed through, and it was good play from the PSG defence. Neymar and Herrera there as well, and Neymar's got it back, and he was fouled as well by Kingsley Coman. Coming up to the 45th minute now. We will find out shortly how much stoppage time we've got. I think it actually come off the hand of the man of Bayern there, Kingsley Coman, as well as the fact he was putting on Neymar's shirt. I think it was the 2. And it's going to be taken here by, I think, Idrissa Guy has actually gone back into... No, not Guy. So in fact, it's Pereira now. Has gone back into the centre-back position, which is why I was getting confused. And that was a bit of a slip there from Navas. And the ball was played back to him by his left back, Diallo, and he couldn't keep it in play. It's gone behind for a corner ball there. He tried to keep the ball in, but he wasn't able to. And it's now a corner ball on the stroke of half-time. 2 minutes of stoppage time, in fact, for Bayern to get this equaliser. And it is the man Pereira that's been dropped back in at centre-back. There's a chance here for Thomas Müller, and his header is straight at goalkeeper Keylor Navas. So we'll have to kind of change things over there because originally Pereira was starting out in midfield, and now he's had to drop back to centre-back to cover for the injury to Marquinhos, the second goal scorer who came off just a minute after getting that goal. And it's him partnering Presnel Kimpembe, his man on the ball now. He plays it out to Diallo. So we'll have to adjust that. Leroy Sané there for Bayern, tried to get in and couldn't do so. So it's gone behind for a throw-in. We're halfway through the allotted injury time as well. Got just under a minute having to go. Here's Kingsley Coman now. There's a chance here for Alphonso Davies. Whips it in towards Thomas Müller, and it wasn't able to be kept in. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. Choupo-Moting tried to keep it in there. Benjamin Pavard whipped in the original effort. And it was, so whipped in the ball there for Choupo-Moting to score earlier on. To half the deficit. And that was a good header as well. Good cross from the Frenchman. And of course, he knew straight away to go and grab the ball. And of course, that's normally what most teams do when they're behind. As we are entering the final 15 seconds or so of this first half. And it is currently Bayern behind by 2-1, with Kylian Mbappe getting an early third-minute strike for the visitors, doubled by Marquinhos' goal, and then Eric Choupo-Moting is the man who was half the deficit. So at the break, it's Bayern 1, PSG 2. Plenty of injuries for this Bayern side, mounting up in this game. On top of the injuries, they've already got into the squad as well. And they've had to make 2 changes already. PSG had to make a change themselves. But it's been a very entertaining first half. And we'll throw over to Russ to give some update on Porto against Chelsea. But in this one, so far, in this entertaining first half, it's Bayern 1, PSG 2.
Thank you very much, Mike. Half time over in Spain, in the home of Sevilla, where I am watching. I'm not actually out there, by the way. I'm watching it from home here in England. The game's being played out in Spain, and from over there, it is currently FC Porto 0, Chelsea 1, and Chelsea against who want to play to the lead after a fantastic bit of play involving Jorginho. Great ball into Mount first time, turning shot across the keeper, who had no chance in the Porto goal, Marcian. But Chelsea need a bit of work to do if they are to get something from this, I think. Yes, they've got the lead so far, but more as the game goes on, I see Porto getting something from this. Porto trail at the break, Chelsea against the winner play, but half time it is Porto 0, Chelsea 1, and Chelsea have got the away goal, which is important. If they get another, that could be crucial as well, especially if they manage to keep a clean sheet. But to half time, over in Spain, in the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan, it is FC Porto 0, Chelsea 1.
Thank you, Russ. And of course, in the game that I'm covering, the main commentary is Bayern 1, PSG 2. Of course, PSG, the side that knocked Barcelona out by 5-2 last time out in this exact competition, with a 1-1 draw in the home fixture. And of course, they were victorious in the other first leg as well, by a scoreline of 4-1. So a great victory for them to get through at this stage anyway. And actually on that day, I just want to see who got the goals. I think there was a couple in there for Kylian Mbappe. In fact, he got a hat-trick that day. And the man has gone and done it again tonight. So, of course, in the Chelsea game, Mason Mount's doing it. In this game, it looks like Kylian Mbappe is doing the business too. And, of course, this is the main game that we're covering. And, of course, we've got plenty more games to come over the next few days as well. Do you want to give anyone a little rundown of anything that's happening at the weekend in terms of games that we're covering, Russ, whilst I go for a quick wee break?
Yes, I will do, Mike. I can just load that up on my monitor in front of me here, which I've got up here. So, I can tell you guys, coming up this weekend, we've got some live football on, and that game is being played on Saturday. We've got the Premier League match between Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, or Crystal Palace versus Chelsea at Stamford at Selhurst Park, and that's been brought to you by Matt Iles and Mike Harniman, the man who you're hearing tonight, Mike Harniman. Fantastic commentary on the first half between Bayern and PSG. Then on Sunday, we have got a triple bill of Premier League action for you. We've got West Ham United versus Leicester at 2:05. Jack Cunningham and Mike Harniman are your commentary duo for that game. Then we've got 4:30. We've got Tottenham versus Manchester United. Commentary duo again is John Kane alongside Matt Iles. And then on Sunday at 7 o'clock, join John Stuttard, aka JB, for his Football Country Live debut as Sheffield United take on Arsenal. That's Championship bound Sheffield United taking on Arsenal in the Premier League. Those are what we've got confirmed so far. And I just want to give a big shout out as well to Nicholas Jones. Nicholas did solo commentary for Peterborough against Sunderland. He said to myself and he said to Barry that he wasn't confident enough doing the commentary solo, but myself and Matt was unavailable. Other people that we've got on the channel were unavailable to work with him on Monday afternoon as Peterborough took on Sunderland on the commentary. But what I must say is that Nicholas did a tremendous job, so well done, Nicholas. Fantastic work on Monday, my friend, and we've thoroughly enjoyed having your commentaries here on Football Commentary Live, the home of alternative commentary, the best way to follow football, best way to follow commentaries, if that's about. And this is how you can find us. You can go to our Facebook page, that's facebook.com/footcomlive. Also visit our Twitter handle. It's Commentary Live 1 to keep up to date with everything here. The Football Commentary Live, what we've got coming up for you as well. But those are the matches that we've got confirmed for you for this weekend. We may get some more confirmed over the next couple of days or so. If we do, keep an eye out on our social media platforms as we will confirm our games over there. But some great games that we've got today in these two matches. We've got Bayern trailing by 2-1 against Paris Saint-Germain, and we've also got Chelsea who are 1-0 up over in Spain against Porto this evening, and Porto with a lot of possession but yet to break through. Chelsea with their only real shot on target in the game to the lead, and it was that man Mason Mount who, like Mike said, scored at the weekend as well, and he's in fine good goal scoring form as well as Mason Mount, and he's doing fantastically well this season. Currently in the Champions League this season, that was Mason Mount's first goal in the Champions League this season. So the 22-year-old English midfielder. So he's I bet he's been buzzing to go for the mark in the Champions League. And I must say, this game is going absolutely fantastic. And Chelsea going fairly well in the Premier League, in 5th place on 51 points, 5 points behind Leicester City, and also just a point behind West Ham United, and just a couple of points above Tottenham, Liverpool. Everton just further behind, just 4 points behind them in the Premier League table, where Chelsea have got coming up after this away trip, Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace, and then it's FC Porto next Tuesday at Stamford Bridge for the return leg before they play Man City in the Cup on the 7th, and the FA Cup on the 17th of April in their match today. And well, if we've got Mike back from his little break, and just good to ask him for a second and just see if he's there to come in for a second.
Yep, I am back indeed now, Russ. Yep.
From the game so far, Mike, in the match you were watching this evening for us, Bayern against Paris Saint-Germain. If you were to pick out a standout player on both sides this evening, obviously, I think I know you're probably going to pick from Paris Saint-Germain. I think you're going to probably pick Kylian Mbappe, who has scored one, and from besides playing fantastically well. But or maybe someone different. If someone different, you can let me know.
Yeah,
who would you say has been the best one for Bayern Munich as well, Mike?
Yeah, so from PSG, I think Neymar's the man for me. He's got 2 assists so far. He's assisted both of the goals for Mbappe and Marquinhos, and he's looked bright and lively, and he's had opportunities himself as well. From a Bayern perspective, I think you've got to look at Leroy Sané. He's been involved quite a bit. Kingsley Coman's been involved quite a bit as well. Choupo-Moting, of course, got himself a goal, and that's what you want from your striker, especially when he's come in to replace such a big name player in Robert Lewandowski, who, as we know, missed that game between England and Poland. Was it last week? About this sort of time last week, and so Choupo-Moting's in there as well. He's obviously got himself a goal and he's getting himself around a bit, but it's a good performance from Bayern in terms of creating chances, but they get to get really too many opportunities at testing Navas. They've had the 1 goal back now, so that might change. But PSG, when they scored, the 2 goals that they scored were their 2 opportunities on target. So they're showing that they can defend very well and can kind of really counter on the break as well. So when you've got the likes of Di Maria, Neymar, Mbappe, Julian Draxler, that's quite a feat. Obviously, when you've got those sort of 4 attacking players of that quality anyway. And if you look at Bayern's attacking options, yes, they are missing Robert Lewandowski, and if he was in that side, then it's a different type of threat to what Choupo-Moting can bring. But he's done well so far as the former Stoke man as well. Yeah.
Yes, and which, if you were to say at the moment, obviously Paris Saint-Germain are leading 2-1 in half time. Which manager for you would you say would be the happier? I'll probably guess Pochettino. Or do you think, as if we could be happy with the response his Bayern side's made, Mike?
I think it's a mixture of the two, really. At the moment, I think PSG's manager Pochettino is going to be very, very happy with the start of getting the 2 goals ahead, and then I suppose to look back and to allow Bayern back in with a sniff and back in with a shout is going to be a bit of a downer on that for him. But I think they'll both be pleased with aspects of their performance. Bayern going forward have looked decent. They've just not been able to put the ball into the back of the net up until the Choupo-Moting effort, and then PSG have defended resolutely and have done well on the counter attack. So I'm sure PSG's Mauricio Pochettino has got to be pleased with the way that his side are going into the second half leading this game, but it's certainly not all over yet going from the Bayern Munich perspective as well. Yes, they haven't really got any options on the bench, but you never know. It's a funny old game, and they've certainly got enough talent out on the 11 that they've got on the field at the moment to kind of get back into this and to level this game up at 2-2. Yeah.
Yes, so the teams are coming back out here over in Spain, where is for the game which I am watching this evening. So get ready for that. We'll split. We'll go back to Mike as soon as his game's ready to kick off. I'll just bring you. It looks like there's going to be no changes to either side in Spain between Porto and Chelsea this evening. Pepe just having a quick chat with one of his teammates there just before kick off. I think it was Otivo who he was having a word with there. Ben Chilwell, his hair's a bit of a mess flying all over the place with the wind, I must say. The referee just getting ready to kick us back off for the second half. No changes to either side out here. Porto getting ready to kick us off, and I think we'll probably run about same time get ready to kick off in the Bayern against PSG game. So I'm going to hand back over now and get ready so you can get ready for the second half commentary between Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain with your match commentator, Mike Harniman.
Thank you, Russ. And we are a little bit delayed, just showing the highlights of the first half with the goals that have been scored so far. And now just coming back out onto the field of play, in fact, as I speak there. So I will run you through if we've had any changes as well. Bayern's next game is on Saturday against Union Berlin. And that's also live as well. PSG have Strasbourg in the Liga, I should say. And 2 very difficult tasks for them. But this is, of course, A big 45 minutes for both sides as well, really, in terms of the Champions League. Of course, Bayern Munich, a lot of people's favourites. PSG, big spenders as well. Of course, we've got some real talent on show, as I've mentioned beforehand. And of course, even the Bayern side as well. Yes, they've got a lot of injuries, but they do have options in that side that can, make a difference and can grab another goal. And then you never know what might happen from that. But of course, the Germans as well. What I haven't mentioned yet, their assistant manager is former Germany striker Miroslav Klose, a real big name around football, and he was exceptional for Germany. As PSG are looking to make a substitution here now, but that's a big name to have around your camp as well, especially in the dressing room at the break there. And I'm sure, as well as the manager, Miroslav Klose will certainly be having a few words with the players as well at the break there. And it looks like it is Mitchell Bakker coming on for PSG. And he is going to replace, I will confirm in a moment. Just trying to see who he's going to be coming on for. The number 25. And we're still awaiting that substitution to be made. It's still waiting for some of the other boys to come out as well now. And it is the number 22 that has made way, which is the left back Abdou Diallo. So he has made way at the break there to be replaced by the number 25 Mitchell Bakker, who is the second sub for PSG. And of course, Bayern made two themselves with Alphonso Davies and also Jerome Boateng, both coming on in that first half. And the other substitution for PSG was Ander Herrera coming on for Marquinhos, the second PSG scorer. So two subs apiece made in this game. One just made there at the break. And the second half is going to be getting underway in probably about 10 seconds from now, as Neymar just jumps onto the pitch there and getting himself into position for this second half. And of course, there's a bit of a shove in there between Choupo-Moting and Neymar. It's just before the ball was played from the kickoff there, but I'm not too sure what that was about, as Jerome Boateng knocks it back on to goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. Probably at fault for the first goal. In fact, I'm going to stop saying probably. I think he was, really. Probably should have done better. Because I'm your match commentator, your alternative match commentator, Mike Harniman, here for Football Commentary Live. And we've got Russ Vernon in the other studio, just through there, covering the game between Porto and Chelsea as well, with the English side 1 to the good through Mason Mount's goal so far. And Bayern are in possession here now. It's out, trying to feed the ball through there. It's down the left from I think it was Hernandez actually trying to feed Thomas Muller, and he wasn't able to. Just had to make sure I've noted the right substitutions down. Yeah, I have indeed. So we are just underway in this half as well. Just gone behind there. Benjamin Pavard let that one go. Of course, Mauricio Pochettino, Tottenham fans very familiar with him. Of course, he was the manager that everyone thought was going to go on and bring an end to the trophy drought at White Hart Lane, and unfortunately for them, wasn't able to do so, and has now got himself into a pristine role at PSG here, where there's a good opportunity for him to win the French league and also going far in this competition as well, as Kingsley Coman tries to feed Leroy Sané there, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. But yeah, as I was just mentioning that in regards to Mauricio Pochettino, he had a really good opportunity at Tottenham. If you look at the year in particular that Leicester City won the league, that was probably his best opportunity to win something for Tottenham. Of course, he got to the Champions League final with them as well, didn't he? I believe, and was beaten by Liverpool on that day, as they just showed the Germany manager in the stand there as well, watching on. It was Joachim Low, I believe that was. There's now David Alaba. It's been knocked around here at the back, and it's brought into midfield here by Bayern, and it's Hernandez. And it's on to Koeman. I think it was whips in. There's a good opportunity here for Sane. Is he going to get an opportunity to shoot? No, he's not. Good defending there from the PSG man, Idrissa Gana Gueye. And it's now Mbappe that was trying to feed the ball through to, I think that was Julian Draxler, which was caught offside. Just want to see who it was. There's a few. It has actually one or two there. And it's now with PSG in possession. And it's Kylian Mbappe trying to take it round his man. And it's now Neymar here. Had a good first half. Let's see what he can do in the second. If he can keep that vein of form going. He's in possession now again. On by Di Maria to... It's now knocks on to Idrissa Gana that time. To Kimpembe. Herrera now. Idrissa Gana again. Takes a couple of touches. And is forced back to Kimpembe. He's forced back to goalkeeper Keylor Navas. All in green today. Lime green. He plays it out to Dagba at right back. And it's cleared by the goalkeeper again. Into the opposition half. In fact, doesn't quite make it into the Bayern half. And PSG have possession here with Herrera now. And trying to find Mbappe there. And wasn't able to. It was well cut out by Alaba. It's on to Leroy Sane now. Leroy Sane is up against Mitchell Bakker. He's going to try and knock it back. It's a good turn there by Kimmich. He's had to go back into Alphonso Davies though. Just plays it in front of him. Kingsley Coman does well against Dagba. And Coman, bit of silky skill there and wins the corner off of the French right back as well there. And we've had 50 minutes played, and it's still Bayern 1, PSG 2. Mbappe's early goal was doubled by the captain, Marquinhos, and then the former Stoke man, Eric Choupo-Moting, got a goal back, and it's corner there, whipped in, and it's cleared out by PSG. There's a foul in there as well. In fact, it was an offside flag against Thomas Müller. So the German there complaining to the referee, the Spanish referee. I'm not too sure what about, but there was a high foot on Mitchell Bakker there, and it looked like there wasn't a lot in it, really, to be honest. It was kind of a bit of a 50-50, and the referee gave it as a foul when could have gone in, either been given or not given. But the referee, gave that one, so you can't really say too much more than that. As it's flicked on there by Choupo-Moting, trying to find Müller. It's now with Neymar. He's got a touch on to Mbappe now. Out to the left back, which is Mitchell Bakker, the substitute. On to Mbappe. In fact, it wasn't Bakker. It was the number 23. Which it was Draxler first, and then on to him. Now it's Herrera. Herrera's going to get a chance to whip it in, and he does. Well, tidied up there by Benjamin Pavard, I think that was. And it's now Mbappe. Into the box, Mbappe goes. Here's Neymar now. Neymar! There's a good save there. There's a chance here. Forward off the line. That was Kylian Mbappe. And his shot was off the line there by the Bayern Munich man. I couldn't quite see who it was that got on the line. It says stop that from going in. But originally it was a good save and then cleared off the line for the second as PSG looked to mount again. And looked like it might have been a free kick there, but the referee has decided not to give that one. And Joshua Kimmich here is playing the ball into the Bayern man on this right side, which is, I think it's Thomas Müller who dropped back there. And it's now with the Lucas Hernandez and Kimmich. Hernandez as well. Knocks it on to Alaba. In fact, it's Boateng now. Then Alaba. I believe that is now. No, in fact, it's Davis trying to find Alaba. He wasn't able to. And now it's with Kimmich. And now here's a chance for Alaba, I should say. And Alaba, good save that by Keylor Navas. And it's parried behind for a corner there. David Alaba, it looked like for a minute he was going to get the ball on a number of occasions. He got it in the end on the edge of the box there. And then fires it straight at Keylor Navas' goal. And Keylor Navas parries it behind for a corner. And good start here. Bright start from the Germans. who are looking to equalise now. And it's a corner from Kimmich. Kimmich whips it in, and it's all the way over everybody and over into only as far as Boateng. Boateng keeps it in, I believe. And he whips it in here. There's a chance, and it's fired at goal by the Bayern man who was up from the back. That was Benjamin Pavard, I believe, and it was fired straight towards the goal of Keylor Navas. He does well, got down well and saves that one with his hands, and then is able to grab it just before it goes out of play. Although the Bayern manager didn't think it kept it in. Sorry, he thought it had gone out there, but it hadn't. Here's Idrissa Gueye now. On to Pereira and then back to goalkeeper Navas. His long ball is put back by Jerome Boateng onto Manuel Neuer. He plays the ball out to Alphonso Davies, one of the substitutes for Bayern, and he's going to go on a nice marauding run into the PSG half now. And it's knocked on. Leroy Sané. Alaba whips it in. It's well defended there by the PSG heads of Kimpembe. Only as far as Koeman. Davis, Kimmich. Koeman again. Kingsley Koeman beats Angel Di Maria and fires it a goal and straight into the hands of the goalkeeper Keylor Navas, who claims that one comfortably. And a good start for the home side in this first 10 minutes of the second period, and could definitely be the level. They've had a few half chances so far in this half. PSG have done well to hold up and to everything that's been thrown at them. And that's good play by Neymar there. Of course, they've had an opportunity as well. Neymar had a chance to score just a moment ago. So they're still causing a threat on the counter as well, as they did all throughout that first half. And here is Kimmich now. Knocked back by Müller onto Boateng and onto Neuer now. He plays it long. Good defending by Kimpembe. Up in the air, Boateng. Leroy Sané misses the chance there to get their headed back. It's gone behind for a throw though. Benjamin Pavard's over that. Mitchell Bakker is going to see it back to his goalkeeper, Keylor Navas. And on to Mitchell Bakker now, the Dane. And Keylor Navas just clears it out of play for a throw. And a good opportunity for Bayern here. Playing down the line there. It's gone behind for a corner ball as well, is it? Did they keep it in or has it gone behind for a corner there? I think Kimpembe did keep it in. It's a throw in. It's a bit of a wasted opportunity there. Kimmich heads it on to Sané, and Sané just blazes that one over the bar and away from danger. Just having a look here. It was a bit of a shove on him, was there, by Mbappe as well, but the referee said there was nothing in that. And they're just showing that chance for Neymar just a moment ago as well, which was saved by goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, and then the rebound, which went away from the PSG man, who was running in on the opportunity to make it 3-1. Of course, Bayern Munich wearing their famous red strip, and PSG wearing their white kit today. Bayern playing from left to right as I'm watching, and PSG playing right to left in this second half. Still 2-1, the French side lead. And it's just been knocked around through the midfield now. Here's Sané on to Thomas Müller. He's going to try and feed the ball to Kingsley Coman here. Takes a touch. Gives it to Sané. Does he try to? But he's got it back. Kingsley Coman. Good head on it there by, I think that was Kimpembe. It's now with the Bayern Munich defence there. And it's Hernandez. Out to David. On to Coman. Has he fouled there? The referee says they're still in play, so they're going to play the advantage. They've still got possession of the ball. Here's Leroy Sané now. Sané into Pavard. Back to Leroy Sané again. into the midfield. Kimmich back to Sane. Leroy Sane's in. Leroy Sane, good block there by the foot of the... Oh, there's an effort there. But Pereira there that was, and it went to Kimmich, and Kimmich's effort was fired straight to the hands of Navas. But that was good defending there from Pereira, the man who had to drop back into the centre-back role when Marquinhos was brought off. And Herrera obviously came on and is now playing in the midfield. So Pereira's dropped back, and he done well to get a block in just then. And it's now an opportunity for PSG. Here's Neymar, tries to feed Mbappe. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Kylian Mbappe for 3-1. And it is a great save by Manuel Neuer. Stood strong, stood up, and come off the foot of Manuel Neuer there to deny the French international, getting his second of the night. Good run. He timed it perfectly. Neymar with a fantastic ball onto him. Mbappe looked for all the world he was going to score there. In fact, he was just saying it was just a fraction in that one as well on the ball from Neymar. So maybe he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. But it did look like he was going to go on and score. But then the German come out and done very, very well to make the save there for Bayern from their perspective of the World Cup, the former World Cup winner, of course. Here's Muller now. It's whipped in. It's hoof clear. Only as far as Pavard. And he was caught there. And there's going to be a free kick here for Bayern Munich, coming up to 60 minutes on the clock. And Kimmich is just complaining there to the referee about something or other. Not too sure what it was. I will throw to Russ after this free kick as well. He's kind of just given me a few little updates via our network system. So we will come to him after this free kick here. Thomas Muller's not happy about something there. So just bear with me, and I'll throw to Russ as we are able to. When we are able to after this free kick. There's David Alaba over it. Also, I think is it Kimmich as well over it there? Yes, it is. The set piece man, he looks to be taking a lot of the set pieces tonight. There's Joshua Kimmich. He takes this one too, and it's headed, and it's in the back of the net. There is the second goal for Bayern. It's 2-2, and that is Thomas Müller gets his head on that one. Great ball in by Joshua Kimmich, straight onto the head of the German man there, Thomas Müller. Kylian Navas is complaining to the referee about something, but Bayern from 2-0 down are back at 2-2. I just want to see that again here now. Looks like there might be a hand offside there from Leroy Sané, or possibly it might be Thomas Müller as well. Just want to have a look here. Thomas Müller gets his head on it. Nice glancing header past the goalkeeper. And it looks like it's going to be a goal here. I don't think they're VAR in it, although the PSG men have put their hands up there to the officials. And no, it is 2-2 in this game, and it's now with Bayern again looking to make this free. So it is Leroy Sané, and he couldn't keep it in. So over to Russ. We've had some chances. We've had a disallowed goal over as well in the game over there. But yeah, before I throw over, Thomas Müller got 2 in 8 for Bayern. And they are now 2-2 on the back of being 2-0 down. So good comeback from the Germans so far.
Indeed, man, sounds like a good comeback from Bayern Munich in your match. But in my match, Porto had a goal disallowed. It's still 1-0. Chelsea, by the way, 64 minutes on the clock, coming up towards the 65th minute. Pepe won a tackle the corner. He came to Mbembe, who put it back into the path of Pepe, who scooted in from close range, but that goal was chalked off for offside against Mbembe. And then Chelsea, they brought another chance with Diaz curling just wide of the post. And then at the other end, just a few minutes later, Rudiger had a strike from 25 yards. It was fumbled by Marquinhos in the Porto goal. Vernon reacted to the loose ball with the quickest, squared it for Everson with the unguarded net at his mercy, and he put the ball wide. But he wouldn't have counted though the flag was up for offside against Timo Werner.
There's a chance here. Let's say it just comes to me there. Actually, don't worry about that. It's been hooked clear, but Bayern were almost in for a third there. And there's a foul in there. In fact, the referee said play advantage. It's Leroy Sané. And he's given that one to Kimmich now. He's going to have a shot, is he? No. There's a chance here for Muller to try an acrobatic bicycle overhead kick and gone behind for a goal kick. There's still 2 men down here as well. I think it's Pereira, and I'm not too sure who the man is down for. It might be Thomas Muller, the man down for Bayern. He tried to do an acrobatic overhead kick there, and yeah, it was wide of the goal. But just a second before that, there was a booking as well for Julian Draxler. But there's just 2 men down at the moment. So carry on with where you're at, Russ. And I thought there was maybe something going to happen there, but nothing come of it in the end.
You know, it's Mike. I remember them go both for a foul on Chilwell, the first booking of the game. Free kick for Chelsea, whipped in by Reece James towards the near post, and unmarked as Pilaqueta somehow headed over from 6 yards. Chelsea made a double substitution as well in the last few minutes as well. Olivier Giroud and Christian Pulisic have come on for Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. But so far, Chelsea remain in lead, and it's still Porto 0, Chelsea 1, 67 minutes on the clock.
Thank you. You're a little bit ahead as well. We were 63 minutes here, and PSG are in there. It was a good play by Alphonso Davies to win the ball there to stop PSG from countering. He's on a run here as well. Excuse me. Here's Kingsley Coman. Give it to Davies. He's going to have a shot here, is he? No, bit of trickery there. Are they claiming handball here? Referee says nothing given as Mbappe is in possession now and out to Di Maria. On towards Draxler and Pavard tries to get his foot on that one and isn't able to do anything with it. He kind of just sees that one behind and it's gone behind for a goal kick. And just looking there in regards to Kimpembe and looking at something there. I don't know what they were just showing a replay of. It was next to nothing. I don't know what that was about. It's just, they've had 4 goals and they want to show highlights there and replays of something that I don't know what was in that. I didn't see anything in that at all. Here's Leroy Sané now. He's going to try and feed the ball through to Muller there, but Mitchell Bakker has gone down, and Thomas Muller, as mentioned just not too long ago, got the equalising goal down. It's a good comeback from the Germans as well, getting the second there through Thomas Muller. He's actually got blood coming down from his neck there as well. I think the referees have spotted that, and I think he's going to tell him to come off and get a change of shirt or get that dealt with, because you can see there's blood on his back of his head there to his neck. And the referee has just told Thomas Muller to go off now and get that dealt with. See that they've got a head collision there, or a whack on his head. I think that was when he was trying to do that bicycle kick there. Not quite as good as the bicycle kick done by Stevenage goalkeeper Billy Johnson in the warm-up against Bradford at the weekend, because that one actually nestled into the back of the net. But that's, I suppose, it's easy when you're doing it without any pressure, and you're not easy, certainly not easy, but easy if you're doing it without any pressure, and just in the warm up there, you've got nobody in the goal or whatever. So it's a good finish anyway. But I'm sure Manuel Neuer or Keylor Navas would love to do something like that. But anyway, it's now with Bayern, and it's Alphonso Davies. Just knocks it back to the centre-back partnership of Alaba and Boateng, and now on to Pavard. And he has to go back to Neuer. And it's knocked on to the defence there. Muller's back on again. I think he's not had to change his shirt. I think he's just got the blood dealt with and the cut dealt with. Just looking at passes completed. Bayern have completed 356 to PSG's 193. And there's been 60-40 in favour of the home side in possession as well. And they've got that possession again now with Benjamin Pavard into Leroy Sané. And here's Joshua Kimmich. And Kimmich has gone round his man, Neymar, and then he's had to go into midfield there to David Alaba. He's going to take a couple of touches now and switch the play. It's good defending there by Mitchell Bakker, and now it's on with Di Maria. I think it's Mbappe here now. Kylian Mbappe fires it in the back of the net. Kylian Mbappe has put PSG back into the lead, and it's now Bayern 2, PSG 3. The French striker does it again. The man who I mentioned at half-time got that hat-trick against Barcelona in the previous round. In the first leg of the previous round, has got 2 in this one so far. He's had other opportunities as well, and PSG are back in the lead. Good play there from I think that was Di Maria, fed the ball onto him, and it's a good finish as well. Goalkeeper Manuel Neuer stood rooted to the spot, and the effort through the legs of Jerome Boateng into the back of the net, and the comeback that looked like it might have been on for Bayern Munich is now made a little bit more difficult again as PSG are back in front. And it's a good finish as well. Boateng there, unhappy that he's able to let that one go through his legs. And that's Mbappe's 8th goal in 8 matches in the blue and white of PSG. Some real crackers in there as well. And it's making for a really cracking game as well that we're covering here on Football Commentary Live. I'm glad I brought you this one tonight now. Definitely lots of great action so far. Here's, who's that now? Leroy Sané. Benjamin Pavard. On to Jerome Boateng. Going to switch the play. There's a chance here straight away for an equaliser. Choupo-Moting tries a back heel. He's got an opportunity to go again. Oh, and it's fired straight at Keylor Navas. And Kingsley Coman was in there as well. The ball was dropping between the two of them. And Choupo-Moting tried a back heel, and he isn't able to. And in fact, there's been a booking here as well. Joshua Kimmich has got a yellow card here. I'm not too sure what that's for. And nor is he, by the looks of the way he's pointing to his ears there. Said he didn't hear the referee's whistle being blown or whatever it was there. But yeah, straight away on the back of PSG going 3-2 to the good. It could have been 3-3 there with that effort from Choupo-Moting. Tried the back heel, and it's well blocked by the PSG defence. I think it was Pereira, and into the hands of goalkeeper Navas. And great game, really open and entertaining match, this one. Have you got an open, entertaining match where you are, Russ, or is it a little bit more of a cagey affair?
Well, my Porto still keep having a lot of the chances, and their manager has just been booked for arguing with the fourth official and towards the referee. Still having a go at the referee now, even though he has just been booked, so he needs to be careful. Sergio Conceição, the Porto managers. Porto thought they should have had a penalty a few moments ago when Marega went down in the box under the challenge of Azpilicueta. It went to VAR, the VAR said no, and I think VAR got that spot on as well. I didn't see much in that for a penalty to Porto, but so the game is still evenly poised. It's still 1-0 Chelsea, but as I say, the Porto manager just gone into the box. 74 minutes on the clock. Porto 0, Chelsea 1.
Thank you, Russ. There's been a substitution just now here as well in the game that I'm watching, and it's Moise Kean who's just come on to replace Angel Di Maria. That's PSG's 3rd sub of the game. And Moise Kean straight away into the action. Wasn't able to get on the end of that ball there from Navas, and good play from the Bayern midfield there to help the ball on. It's now back with PSG, though. And Neymar has got an opportunity here now. Give us a Mitchell backer. Neymar was fouled, but the referee says play advantage. Here's Idrissa Gueye now. And they're going to go back here for this free kick here on Neymar. The man's down. There's been a booking here as well. Just trying to see who that yellow's gone to, but the referee has blown the whistle there for the free kick. It's actually gone to substitute Jerome Boateng, who was possibly feeling a little bit aggrieved on that one. He was a little bit late though, and he's gone into Ander Herrera there and complaining about something with him and also Neymar. And now he's going to point at the referee as well, as Neymar and him exchanging a few more words again. But Neymar does look in a bit of pain there. Man who's done very, very well so far in this 72 minutes. The PSG number 10. And it's all the way back now with PSG's defence, Pereira and Kimpembe. And Kimpembe knocks it on to Gueye, and he's gone back to Pereira again and on towards Mbappe. There's a turn there from Herrera, and it's now with Neymar again. It looks to be all right now, trying to feed Moise Kean, but good defending from the Bayern man. I think that was David. Sorry, it wasn't. It was actually Alphonso Davies who got the ball there. Here's Leroy Sané. Choupo-Moting now. Trying to find Leroy Sané. Is he going to go alone? No, he's not. He switches it to the other side, and it's well defended by Moise Kean back there. There's a chance now for Alphonso Davies. Kingsley Coman. Kingsley Coman's in. Good play there from a mixture of the two defenders and Keylor Navas to stop the Bayern man there from getting through and firing his shot off. Really good play between the three of the Paris Saint-Germain men there. As Benjamin Pavard's got a knock there as well. Just complaining about something there. Got a bit of a knock to his knee, I think that was, or back of his leg. And Bayern have a chance here now to get on the break through the left back, which is Alphonso Davies is filling in over there at the moment. It's now on to Leroy Sané. Kimmich is in the box as well. Sané is going to have he does well to spin his man there. Leroy Sané, and it's taken a deflection and gone behind for a corner ball. And great game this one. Bayern 2, PSG 3. Kylian Mbappe has scored 2 goals in this game here for the away side. And the side, having to defend this corner though at the moment, under a bit of pressure. And it's whipped in by Kimmich, and it's good defending there by Herrera, only as far as Sané. And it's now on to Kimmich. Kimmich is going to try and whip the ball in here, and it's gone off of Herrera for a corner ball. And Bayern are trying to up the ante a bit now, trying to get this equaliser. And it's been a very entertaining game. It's going to be a corner ball whipped in by Kimmich. Good delivery is needed. It's good ball in as well. Onto the head of... Actually, it's cleared in the end by Danilo Pereira there. And only as far as Alphonso Davies, who takes the touch and gives it to Lucas Hernandez. And here's Alphonso Davies again. Going to look to find David Alaba, but he goes back to Jerome Boateng. He goes back to Lucas Hernandez. 75 minutes played. Benjamin Pavard in possession now. On to Leroy Sané. Sané switches the ball into midfield. Here's Jerome Boateng now. On to Thomas Muller. He's going to whip the cross in over the head of the striker Eric Choupo-Moting there, and it's gone behind for a PSG goal kick. And they're just showing that goal again from PSG with Kylian Mbappe there. And it's taken a bit of a sort of opening there, and it was a good opening, and kind of went through the legs of the defender Jerome Boateng, and he kind of unsighted the goalkeeper a bit there, is what I was trying to say. You couldn't do an awful lot about that, but it's a good play from him. Of course, there's still European games as well as the Champions League that we're covering for you now. There's Europa League action tomorrow, 2 English sides in action, with Manchester United away at Granada and Arsenal hosting Slavia Prague in the first legs of the Europa. Of course, Leicester and Rangers both beaten by Slavia Prague, and Tottenham also knocks out as well. And in this one, we do have Chelsea in action in the Champions League, who will throw over to Russ to give another update on shortly. And it's Bayern in with a chance here. Here's Sané now. He's going to try and play the ball into Choupo-Moting. And it's tidied up there by Herrera, and it's now Neymar. And here's Lucas Hernandez. Good turn there. Is Alaba onto Pavard. Chance here. Choupo-Moting. Eric Choupo-Moting, good save, and put behind there by Keylor Navas, the PSG keeper. And there's an offside flag in there as well, which gives me the opportunity to bring Russ back in. Anything else been happening, or is it still Chelsea leading by that sole goal to nil by Mason Mount finish?
It's still 1-0 to Chelsea, man. Chelsea's having a bit of possession at this moment in time as Pulisic trying to get through towards Kovacic in there, and Chelsea looking to make have made another further couple of changes in the last couple of minutes or so, which see Mountain James come off the goal scorer Mason Mount has come off for N'Golo Kante, James has come off for Thiago Silva, and the very first touch from N'Golo Kante, Mike, was to play a pass towards a teammate, couldn't find a teammate, and he went out for a throw. So, not a very good
No,
first touch from.
absolutely not. I was just looking here as well. It's just got some stats come on the screen in this one. Bayern Munich have had 25 shots so far in this tie.
Wow, that's incredible, man. But N'Golo Kante, first touch of the game, and he just passes it straight out of play for a throw. But on 81.5 minutes, it is still Chelsea, Porto 0, Chelsea 1, and Porto are getting ready to make a triple substitution with Marega, Luis Diaz, and Thiago coming off for Martinez, Fabio Vieira, Francisco Conceição. So triple change coming up in a minute for Porto in this game here. It's still Porto 0, Chelsea 1, 82 minutes on the clock.
Cheers, thanks for that. And it's still Bayern 2, PSG 3 as well. Good timing to throw back to me as well. We've got about 11 minutes left on the clock here. We're a little bit behind, so we will obviously have a few minutes extra on this game than we do have in Russ's one. So we'll get a full-time update from Russ before this game's even finished, and his man of the match, etc. If he's going to do that for the channel today. Of course, we've got some great action in the next few days on the channel as well, with Premier League action being brought, and some Football League action, I believe, being brought to you at the weekend too. There's a foul here by David Alaba on Kylian Mbappe, and it looks like, is it going to be another yellow card here? Let's have a look. Referee has gone over to give him a talking to, but there's no booking, and Kylian Mbappe is on a hat-trick yet again in this competition. Of course, big game for both sides here. Of course, PSG have got the 3 away goals now as well, going into that home reverse fixture next Tuesday night as they meet again. Of course, there's still opportunities for both sides to either build on that or to kind of level this tie up, though. And it's thrown out by Neuer. Here's Alphonso Davies into Kimmich. On to Leroy Sané. Benjamin Pavard on the overlap. Whips in. It's tidied up there by the Herrera that was. It's now with Neymar. And it's a good ball there from Guy trying to find Moise Kean, who's of course on loan from Everton, and he's unable to find him. Of course, Moise Kean has got an opportunity here at PSG to showcase what he's about. Of course, Everton have got some really talented players in their ranks as well, like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who he's competing with in that strike force role. We'll take Richarlison there as well. And here is Leroy Sané now. Here's Pavard. Sané gets it back. It's well played there by Idrissa Gueye. That was, yes it was. And he gets it back again now. Here is Herrera. He got the ball through there to him from Hernandez, or vice versa, I should say. It's now out to the right back to Dagba. Was he fouled there? Referee says no, he wasn't. There's a chance here for Koeman. Here's Müller. Choupo-Moting and Sané in support. Koeman's trying to get in support as well. Thomas Müller now. Thomas Müller whips it in. Well defended by the defender of Danilo Pereira there. We've got 8 minutes plus stoppage time in this game. Bayern 2, PSG 3. Here's Kingsley Coman now for the home side. Up against Dagba. He's gone back to Alphonso Davies now. The Canadian is going to whip it in. Here's Leroy Sané. He's got a man on the overlap. Benjamin Pavard. He couldn't find him though. Mitchell Bakker does well there to put it behind for that throw. Benjamin Pavard wants to take that quickly. Gets it back from Kimmich. Now with Leroy Sané. Been forced back. Here's Jerome Boateng now. He's had to go back to his defensive partner of Hernandez. It's now with Kimmich. And we've had another goal, it looks like, at the second game, the game that Russ is covering as well. So just stay with me for 1 second and see what happens with Kingsley Coman here. And then I will throw to you when the ball's out of play. It's going to be given away there. And it's an opportunity for PSG to counter now. And it's Idrissa Gueye. He's held up there. So whilst we've not got any action here, looks like Chelsea have doubled the lead, Russ. And who's got it?
Yes, mate, that's right. Chelsea have doubled their lead. It's Porto 0, Chelsea 2, and what a goal it was as well. Ben Chilwell, the left back for Chelsea, picked up the ball as he pounced on it ever from Jesus Corona, dodged away from the defender, round the goalkeeper, Marcin, and then coolly slotted in to the back of the empty net. It's an outstanding goal from Chelsea and from Ben Chilwell. Chelsea 2 away goals and are now in complete control of this tie. 87 minutes on the clock. Porto 0, Chelsea 2.
Thank you very much, Russ. And 2 Englishmen getting the goals there, Mason Mount and Ben Chilwell as well. And I'm sure Leicester fans are going to be regretting the sale of Ben Chilwell on the back of him scoring there tonight. Here's a free kick here. Moise Kean has just won that one. I think it's fouled by Alphonso Davies. It is indeed. And of course, the on loan Everton man was involved there. Was he on loan from Everton in fact, or has he actually signed permanently now? I think he might even sign permanently now. I knew he was on loan at least. Here's a throw in here for PSG, given away in fact. And Bayern have a chance to bring it out here now, and it's given away. Chance for a shot at goal, and it's fired over the top there from Julian Draxler. I want to see whether the striker there is actually on loan from Everton still, whether he's actually made that move permanently now. I believe he possibly is still on loan. Okay, right, I was right then. There's an opportunity for him maybe to make that permanently at the end of the season. I'm not too sure how that's going to work with Carlo Ancelotti's men, with what he's going to fancy doing there. Here's Leroy Sané now. Leroy Sané into the area he goes. Chance for Choupo-Moting. It's a fire at goal there from David Alaba. And he's claiming a corner ball. Let's have a look here. It's Leroy Sané, brought the ball in. Choupo-Moting done well, gave him the ball there, and it's fired wide of the goal. Was there a deflection off of the PSG man? It's hard to tell from this angle. Wasn't far away though from net into the bottom corner there. David Alaba, unfortunate not to get his goal there and equal this tie out once again. We're 4 minutes away from the end of the 90. PSG still leading by the 3 goals to 2. Got the 3 away goals to take out to France for this second leg in Paris next Tuesday. And it's going to make it even harder for Bayern, which is why you can see them coming, trying to throw everything here now. They've had plenty of chances to score today, but have only managed the 2 goals so far. Here's Kingsley Coman now. And it's an opportunity here. It's fired a goal, and it's a great save to deny Thomas Müller there from Keylor Navas. Parries it behind for a corner ball. And Bayern are turning the screw again, trying to get this equalising goal. They've certainly had the opportunities today, but Keylor Navas and the defence of PSG have stood up strong in the majority to deny them. And still time though. In fact, it wasn't. It was just wide of the goal. Keylor Navas didn't get his hand to it. Like he did for a minute, but he actually didn't. So it was still a very, very close one though. 2 very good opportunities for Bayern there. Neither that far away. There's a chance for PSG now. Moise Kean, is he going to win that? He does as well. And Moise Kean, he's fouled his man Alphonso Davies. And he's going to take a free kick here now. It's on to Müller, and it's now out to Kingsley Coman. David Alaba's in the midfield there as well. There's a chance here for Thomas Müller into Kingsley Coman. It's a good block there. Only as far as the Bayern midfield. Here's Benjamin Pavard now, on to Leroy Sané. And Leroy Sané is going to try and give it back to Pavard. He's got it here as well. The Frenchman playing it right back today. Leroy Sané. Chance here from Alaba. Good block. Only as far as Coman. Is he going to take it round his man? Well defended by Danilo Pereira there, and hooked clear for that corner ball. 2 minutes to go plus stoppage time, and Bayern 0, PSG 3. Sorry, Bayern 2, PSG 3 is the score, I should say. And a chance here for Bayern to get this equaliser now. And it's good block there, as PSG look like they're going to get a sub ready as well. So it is indeed Bayern 2, PSG 3. I don't know where I got 0 from. But it's what they're claiming there. They're claiming for handball. There's going to be a booking here for complaining to Eric Choupo-Moting there. He wanted a handball on the PSG man. I think it might have been either Danilo Pereira or Kimpembe, one of the centre-backs. I couldn't quite see which one it was. It was Müller. He tried to get it in, and it actually comes off of Ander Herrera, and I can see why they're complaining that for a potential penalty, but they have a corner to try and get this equaliser now. And it's whipped in, and it's well defended by Danilo Pereira, and only as far as Alphonso Davies now. Goes out to Joshua Kimmich. Whips it in, and it's header over the bar from, I believe that was Jerome Boateng, who just come up from the back there. There's a good play in from Thomas Müller, who wanted to claim the handball there against Ander Herrera. And was it a handball? You could definitely see them given in the past. As Bayern are looking to get back into this one now with a minute or two to go, plus stoppage time. And Neymar is the man making way, and he's going to be replaced here by the number 12, Rafinha. And Neymar has done very, very well today. He's been excellent, as has Mbappe as well. We are entering the 90 minutes. I think there's going to be 2 minutes of stoppage time, I believe. And there is indeed just the 2 minutes there. I know it's probably full time out in the game that Russ is watching in Spain between Porto and Chelsea, which will throw to at full time. But yeah, it's currently Bayern 2, PSG 3. And PSG are a couple of minutes away from getting a really well worked 3-2 lead here to take out to Paris next Tuesday. And goals from Mbappe getting a brace, and Marquinhos, and then Choupo-Moting and Müller getting the Bayern goals. There's still about a minute and a half of this game to go. First leg of this fantastic tie. And it's an opportunity here for Mbappe now. Still on that hat-trick, of course. Has he got one final opportunity to get that? Here's Kylian Mbappe now. It's good defending there. He was trying to find Rafinha, but it was good defending by David Alaba. And it was put back to the goalkeeper there. And it is now Kimmich, out to Müller. On to Pavard. It's given away. Here's Herrera now. So it's Draxler, in fact, and then it's Rafinha that's just fouled there. And Jerome Boateng has already been booked today. He's got to be careful now. I think the referee has just sensibly told him to walk away, though, because he doesn't really want to have to send anyone off when there's only about 30 seconds left of the game. So it would have been a bit needless, as he does go over and speak to the Bayern Munich manager, though, Hans-Dieter Flick, and Choupo-Moting has got in the book there for his complaints. And PSG have probably only got to see this through now, taken to the corner flag, and then this is them with an advantage into Tuesday's fixture. Moise Kean's got the ball here now, up against Alphonso Davies. Moise Kean tries to whip it in. It's gone behind for a goal kick. This is probably going to be the final whistle, as Manuel Neuer takes the goal kick, and that is that. It's finished. Bayern 2, PSG 3. And Kylian Mbappe hobbling a little bit there. You can see that PSG have put a lot into this game. Bayern, of course, struggling themselves with injuries as well. Did well to get back from 2-0 down, but then that man, Kylian Mbappe, again, saw the game flick on his head one more time and give PSG a valuable victory to take into that second leg next Tuesday, where, of course, they'll be at home in the reverse out in Paris. And hopefully we might have somebody covering that for you as well. But in the first leg of this Champions League cracker, it's been Bayern and Paris Saint-Germain. Bayern 2, Paris Saint-Germain 3 is the final result.
Thank you very much, Mike. We'll come back to Mike in a second for man of the match in our featured game. In our other game, which I've been providing updates on, it finished Porto 0, Chelsea 2. Mason Mount on 32 minutes with a fantastic goal, and then Ben Chilwell with the goal of the night. Superb finish from him on 85 minutes. The Englishman doing the English side proud. The Ramon Sanchez Puigdemont, it finished Porto 0, Chelsea 2. Chelsea with 2 away goals and into next week's match on next Tuesday. But in the first leg, Porto 0, Chelsea 2. And Mike, it's finished 3-2 to PSG in your match.
Yeah.
Tonight, it sounded like a fantastic game. Who is your man of the match this evening? Mike Harniman.
So I could have given it to one of two men really from a PSG perspective. It could have either been Mbappe or Neymar. I've gone with the latter of those. Neymar gets my man of the match today. Got 2 assists in the game, 2 really good bits of play for both goals as well. So yeah, Neymar is my man that gets man of the match today. Didn't see it out until the very end. He was replaced at the end by Rafinha, but he does get the commentary services man of the match for tonight's game. So congratulations to Neymar, congratulations to PSG as well. And they go into Tuesday's game out in Paris with that 1 goal advantage, but 3 away goals as well. So that's certainly a big advantage for them.
It is a big advantage for them. I won't be picking the man of the match in our game tonight, but if due to it not being the featured game, but I must say Chilwell, Mount, Werner, although Werner did well tonight, even though he almost got an assist. Havertz, even though he missed a glorious chance before he went off, also played well. There was a number of Chelsea players, and I couldn't really choose between any of those, so I've just mentioned Mike. So I'm glad I wasn't having to choose man of the match, because the players I've just mentioned, Werner, Mount, Chilwell, Havertz, all played well tonight for Chelsea, and Mendy made some crucial saves as well in their game. So before we leave tonight, we'll go through any of the other matches which are being played tonight. We've spoke about the both matches in the Champions League. I'll just reiterate those scores in your commentary game. It finished Bayern Munich 2, Paris Saint-Germain 3. In the updated match, it finished Porto 0, Chelsea 2. In the Irish Premier, it finished Linfield 2, Coleraine 1. In La Liga, it finished Real Sociedad 1, Athletic Bilbao 1. In the German DFB Cup, it finished SSV Jan Rosenberg 0, Werder Bremen 1. In Italian Serie A, Inter 2, Sassuolo 1, Juventus 2, Napoli 1. In French Coupe de France, Villarreal 4, Le Foot 43-0, Sedan 0, Angers 1, Kent Roussillon 1, Bouillon 0, Samura 1, Toulouse 2, and the Total de Chapardent 0, Montpellier 1. In the Australian A-League earlier on today, it finished Sydney FC 1, Perth Glory 0. In the Belgian League, First Division A, Berchut 2, Sporting Duchara 1. And in the Turkish Super League, finished Glibere 1, Azurbaspor 1, Konyaspor 1, Ankara 1, Alantaspor 2, Sivasspor 4, and Besiktas 3, Alanyaspor 0. Those are the results from today's matches around the world and in the Champions League tonight. Thank you for the excellent commentary, Mike Harniman. he'll be back again at the weekend. I'll just remind you of the matches that we've got coming up at the weekend. Confirmed matches. We've got Crystal Palace, Chelsea at half-5 on Saturday with Matt Howes and Mike Harniman. I'll be in the presenter's chair for that one. And then on Sunday, we've got a triple header for you. 2:05 sees West Ham United take on Leicester City. That's with Jack Cunningham and Mike Harniman. And then we've got Tottenham against Manchester United at 4:30 with John Kane and Matt Howes. Then it's 7 o'clock, making his commentary live debut, joining John Stuttard, aka JB, for Sheffield United versus Arsenal in the Premier League. But for myself, and from Mike and everyone here at Football Commentary Live, thank you very much for listening to our coverage today. Until next time, we'll see you again soon. Take care, guys. Goodbye for now.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you for listening.